back, everybody. So today we're going to have another tasting of beer number 7 in my 2-hop series featuring Cascade and Centennial. This one is using Fruity Pebbles. Now, if you haven't, I would go back and watch some more videos, the older ones, before you watch this one, but I will kind of go through some of the steps. So this is a small batch brew, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. So we're using 2 pounds, 4 ounces of 2-row. Then on here I used 2 cups of Fruity Pebbles. For the hop schedule, our boil, 0.25 ounces of Centennial at 60, 0.25 ounces of Cascade at 10, 0.25 ounces of Centennial at 5. Then 3 days into fermentation, 0.25 ounces of each. This was bottled on 9/15, 8.55%. Now, if you just watched, or yesterday, since these will come out in order, beer number 6, that was like 6.89%, with adding some caramel 40 into it. So taking that caramel 40 out and just putting in the Fruity Pebbles does make that ABV jump high. Now, should we expect that? Yes, it's all sugar, and that's what we're seeing with the 8.5% ABV on this one. Is a lot of that sugar went in there. The yeast had a lot to eat. This is using US-05 yeast, so it can produce some pretty high ABV beers. Good hiss on there. I do see some smoke. Let's go ahead and get it into the glass. See what we think. It's carbonated well. I'm going to leave some of the end in here because I am bottling right out of the Mr. Beer fermenters. We are going to get a lot of stuff. Very good head. Let me see if I put on here. I did not. I'm guessing this did use the small pearl tablets, probably 8 or 4 per bottle on this one. Eggshell white head, small and medium bubbles from the pour, about 1.5 inches of head. Bubbles on the side are spread apart like dish soap or bubble wrap. Oh, there is a floater in there. Lots and lots of bubbles coming up, bright yellow in color. I wanted to start using these glasses more. They're actually etched with a hop in the bottom, and watching it produce those bubbles and like swirl, that's pretty cool. But yes, there's a lot of stuff floating in there. I can make out the light box through it, but I can't see the bell sticker. Let's go ahead and smell. Now on this one, when making it, after it came out of the mash in, which I put in the oven, smelt real fruity. When I transferred it, it smelt real fruity. When I added the dry hops, it smelt fruity. And then when I bottled it, nothing. So I think that's what a lot of other people see when you start using cereals, is you really don't get the taste to follow through. If you have, let me know the recipe. I would love to make one that actually followed through with that cereal taste. Let's go ahead and smell. Almost like a lightly roasted cracker, like a very light bread crust, something like that. Really not getting any hops. Yeah. Yeah, lightly toasted bread, lightly toasted cracker, almost like a Pilsner malt is kind of what I'm smelling in this one. Let's go ahead and taste it, see what we get. Overcarbed. Yeah. Like a big lightly toasted bread with lemon citrus. That is it. no bitterness, which is kind of crazy, I think, because a lot of these older beers that are using Centennial and Cascade, the perceived bitterness is really big. And this one, it's like gone. You get that big, lightly toasted bread up front. You get some of that lemon citrus gone. I don't think it worked out well. It doesn't taste that good. I wouldn't say it tastes older. It's just there's no backbone. There's not enough malts coming out. There's not enough hops coming out. If you were doing a blind taste test, I would say somebody right before bottling put some lemon in there. Like squeezed a whole bunch of lemon in it, and you use like a lighter Pilsner malt. I don't even think the two rows really showing up. It's more of that Pilsner taste. Head staying around though, but yeah, it's kind of blah. That lemon citrus doesn't taste very well with what you're getting. You're really not getting a lot except for that big toasted bread. Yeah, it's just not one for me. The alcohol's covered up well. If anything, the body is kind of on the thicker side. I would probably say this was like an overdone Pilsner, like added way too much Pilsner malt and again squeezed lemons into the carboy when they bottled. It's not a big taste. It's on the thicker side, so that's why I'm saying maybe used a little too much. It didn't ferment out all the way because you're not getting an alcohol burn, no alcohol presence. There's a little sweetness, but not enough if you really did overdo it with the grain. But yeah, it's just, there's almost like nothing there. It's like drinking thicker water with some lemon citrus in it. So yeah, I'll stop rambling, but yeah, definitely one I would not make again. So if you enjoyed this video, check some more homebrew videos out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.